Excuse me. Hello, everybody. It's your girl, it's High Priestess Jamila. So I don't have a lot of time to talk because I'm in between readings right now. But I wanted to come and talk to all of you empathic people and healers and practitioners about the importance of doing your cleanses daily and your purifications daily, as well as your defensive magic and your reversals daily. I have to do it every day. And that was because I was sold out by my parents. So I have to do it every day. And it ain't no joke. It's got to be done daily. So there's a ritual that I do every single day. As you can see on my altar, I've already done the white candle, but this is the reversal candle that I made. And you want to make sure, because I just keep the petition is what I do. You may want to refresh the petition every once in a while. And you have to be very specific, because otherwise people will consistently try to send their bad energy to you. Like every day. They'll wake up in the morning feeling like crap because of maybe the drugs that they use or maybe the lifestyle that they live. And they'll send that stuff to you. And especially because YouTube is like the mecca of that. And I get picked on a lot because my parents basically put a kick me sign on my back. So that's one of the reasons why I have to do it every day. If you were caught up in that circumstance, it's something that you didn't do. That's just like me. I don't make my enemies. Okay. My enemies were natural enemies. And then also they were created. But I think that when you start to focus more so on your protection, on your daily cleanses, and on your daily reversals. Okay. Now for me, for quite some time, I'm going to sage every day. They hate that. They absolutely hate that. I think that other witches or either demonic people, the reason why they don't stop is because they don't necessarily feel that they have anything else to live for whatever reason, whatever subconscious blockage. It sucks that we have to do this as witches. It sucks because I feel like all of us should be sticking together. But unfortunately, you have some people that they just don't get it. They really don't. Um, and then also, they would rather do harm to somebody else other than fixing their own problems. So people are always looking for a scapegoat. Always. They are always, always, always looking for a scapegoat. And they feel as though because you're an empath or because you're a sponge that you're just supposed to absorb these energies and that you're not supposed to send them back. But I do it every day. And there's nothing wrong with that. So I think especially if you're on YouTube, you got to do it daily because you got random people that you don't know. And then maybe even some people that you've met uh, that are untrustworthy, demonic, reptilian like people. And this is one of the reasons why people do that. They pretty much give themselves over to it because they don't feel like their life is worth any more else. And to be honest with you, if somebody is sending me negative energy, um, I don't care about you. It's survival of the fittest. And in reality, I'm going to choose myself over you. Another thing that I do because I have a business is I protect my business. Okay. Hey, Naomi. Yeah, I do it daily. You can keep these emergency candles, these right here. You can get these for $6 for $1 at the this is only 4 in here, but you can get 6 of them actually at Family Dollar. And then you can also order them. Feel like it's very important to do that daily because disease and sickness and illness and mental illness, and which all of these things are caused by demons, you know, they're constantly attacking daily. And so what I do when I get up in the morning is I send all that stuff back, what I do, and then I go on with my life. Now, there's some people that are just ignorant. They don't know anything about nutrition and how to actually nourish themselves. Like, for example, for me, I've been eating a lot of chicken livers. Okay. Chicken livers are one of the most nutrient dense foods that empaths and everybody needs because it gives you vitamin A, vitamin B, iron, manganese, all of those nutrients that you need to help your brain. And see, there's a lot of people that are eating a crappy diet. They're always ordering fast food, or either they're always ordering, foods that are dead and they have no nutrition in it. And when they feel like crap, they want to blame it on you. And they'll send those energies to you. You're welcome. Hey, High Priestess B. Hello, welcome. So, in particular, if you're on YouTube or even if you watch YouTube every day, even if you watch it, if you're just a watcher, if you don't, well, not just a watcher, because we wouldn't have no views if you guys were not watching. So you guys are some of the most important. Okay. I protect all of my clients every single day. Every day. All of my clients are protected. Okay. A lot of practitioners don't do that. They don't do nothing to protect you. They just, they don't even really do anything to protect themselves, which is why, they have a lot of the problems that they have. But for me, if you guys want to know what I do reversals, cleanses, and protection every day. It only takes a couple of minutes to do it. Like I said, tomorrow that candle will still be burning because it's probably like a 3-day candle. And then I also make reversal candles. I turn these into reversal candles. So if you're an enemy of mine every day, and let me just tell y'all something, and see, this is what I want to tell you because see, I'm a good person. I'll warn you. There's nothing you can do to get past that protection. There's not a lot of enemies on YouTube. When I first got to Georgia, I was looking for a job. I actually did an interview for, I think it was either California Psychics or one of them. And one of the ways that they test you to see if you're an authentic psychic and if you can really see is they tell you to do a reading on them. Well, I could see everything that was going on, and you could tell that he was a little freaked out by it. And he said, look, he said, there's been people that have been here for years, and I don't want to step on any toes, so I can't hire you because, you know, you would create issues. This is why I don't have no friends on here, hardly. But the way that I have it worded, first of all, there are all sorts of, you know, creatures and entities that we can use for protection. Birds, dogs, animals, any kind of animal can be an animal totem for you, but I like to use the dragon because whenever I think of fire, I always think of dragons. So you can actually conjure a dragon to protect the perimeter of your property. So fire protection is really good as well as water protection because water protection is going to touch somebody on such a deep level that they'll think twice before they do what they're doing. Some of the things that you can write on your petition is all black magic is returned to sender immediately. All black magic will backfire immediately to the enemy that sends it. Protection for the business, protection for people's public perception of me against liars and deceivers. Your heart chakra is one of the main things that you have to protect. If you are having any kind of symptoms of allergies, like, and if your symptoms, because I've been hearing people say something about allergies, but to be honest with you, unless you have some sort of indoor allergy, which I have somewhat of an allergy to dogs and animals, but the pollen count in Georgia hasn't even been high at all. So then where is your allergies coming from? Allergies are one of the things that are directly connected to your heart chakra. Okay. And I'm going to come back probably in a couple of days to talk to you about the chakras. Hold on a minute, y'all. I'll be right back. All right, y'all, I'm back. So, you know, a lot of people don't really know who their enemy is. And what the enemy will do is they will always try to make an enemy of your loved ones. And your loved ones have to be smart Your loved ones have to be smart. I was actually talking to somebody about this today, about how men are very ignorant when it comes to spirituality, because they really are, and how to protect yourself from these certain entities. In fact, some of them will just open themselves wide open to demonic people, and then they wonder why they keep getting the results that they get. So if somebody is ignorant, I just don't even deal with them. I don't deal with ignorant people, people that are stupid, people that are suicidal. There's a lot of people that will in fact have good things in their life, and they'll take those good things for granted out of their ignorance, trying to be happening, trying to be down. You know what I'm saying? Did y'all enjoy that love reading that I did? Hey, Deslunit. I ain't tripping, Deslunit. I look astonishing today. Thank you. Thank you. I feel good too. I've been feeling good all day. I kind of had a little bit of see, my spirits always tell me what's going on. Somebody was trying to throw some negative energy at me today, and now they're going to regret it for the rest of the day. And then we're going to have to get up in the morning and do it all over again. And then they're going to regret. And then they're going to send it. And then I'm going to send it back. And they're going to regret. So it's okay for you to do that daily until, the folks figure out that they can't do that to you. So how do you protect yourself if say your husband and a few grown-up children keep attacking you? I don't want to hurt them, but at the same time, I don't want to get drained, and I want the attacks to stop. You're going to have to get some. See, this is what I'm telling y'all. When it comes to being attacked by your own husband, you're going to have to get him a cleanse, and he's probably got some kind of generational hex on him. And my generational hexes are not going to get any more cheaper. I'm not going to ever lower the price. You're going to have to pay the full price, because that's how much spirit wants for that particular ritual. So I can sense that your husband has a generational hex over on him, which typically it's ignorance, and ignorance begats all of the negative things that we don't like in the world. Okay. Grown-up children that are attacking you. They don't know no better. That's also that generational hex. Are these your own children, High Priestess B? I'm going to jump off camera real quick, y'all. Are these your own children? A lot of y'all are being drained because you don't have proper nutrition in your body. I've been running around here like a freaking cleaning demon in my house. See, the one thing that I can tell you is that when you make a decision to not allow those energies to affect you, then you'll do better. Because they want you to be down and out. They want your house to be dirty every day. They want your mind to be dirty every day. If they're your own children, then you probably have a generational hex on you. Your own children should not be attacking you. You're going to have to remove that. I just did it this year, and I manifest in abundance all the time, and also peace and tranquility. This morning, it was just like a little bit like, for some reason, I started sensing my mother's energy again. I started sensing her energy. And I was thinking about how I had 3 small babies in diapers back then. This was 17 years ago, and my children were always stair steps. For example, if my oldest son was 3 years old, his sisters would be 2 and 1 until he turned 4. So my 3 oldest children are stair steps, literally. And, for some reason this morning, I was getting very emotional about how as soon as my children reached the age of 5, all of a sudden, when I had gotten through the worst, because I'm going to tell you something, I went through the terrible 2s, the terrible 3s, and the terrible 4s. while at the same time being judged by all of those around me. Soon as the kids got old enough to go to school, that's when my mother was trying. And that's so stupid. That's something that I have heard so many people saying that and it's what that is that, especially when you've got a generational hex and your mother is an idiot and your mother was not there for you as a child, and they want the same cycle to repeat in your life, while at the same time they want to gain a bad spiritual influence over your children. Hey, Rochelle. Yeah, Rochelle, get a consultation first, because sometimes I don't just go into it automatically doing the generational hex. Sometimes you want to do a cleanse first and then wait the moon cycle. Now, if you're under full-fledged demonic attack, which is typically what they do, it's almost like everybody in your family turns into zombies. It's very bizarre. Very bizarre. And none of them want to do anything that it actually requires to remove that stuff and to get that off of them. They're happy, but then again, they're very miserable and unhappy in their ignorance, which is why they always have to deploy negative energy over to you. Since I've been awakened, and the few kids also being attacked are already awakened, also spiritual attacks, but you see them turning. That's because they don't have powerful enough protection. And for me, because I am in the public eye, because I am very opinionated, because of who I am, I have to cleanse, do exorcisms, protection, and reversals daily. And I don't miss a day. I was missing days of that, and that's because I was being drained by another reptilian man that was a freaking liar. We're not gonna get on that because we don't even think about that person. Okay. Did you change your room around in feng shui? Because I know that my bed was facing towards the north, which is okay, but I needed to be facing east while I was asleep. That's very important. The placement of, your bed, your furniture, very important. So it really does alleviate a lot of the problems, if not all of them. And that's why it's very important that if you're the mother, it's really important for you to be the first one up. So, like, for example, whatever time before I go to bed is when I'll do the protection, so that way I don't have to wake up to it. Yeah, you always want to be facing the window. Yes, you want to, yeah. And so wherever your windows is placed in your house, because I was sleeping to where my head was right by the window. Now, if I had a lake, that's the reason why I'm buying a house that's on the lake. The first thing people say is, oh, that's so expensive. No, it's not. There's people that have trailer homes that live on the lake. What are you talking about? Over here in Jackson, Georgia, you know how many people over there live right on the lake? That's why people move to the lake. So you can definitely do that if you have a lake in your backyard and a lake facing your window. It just depends. This one house that I wanted this house so bad, y'all, but it just wasn't the right time. And then plus a tree had fell on it and it had been leaking. So, I had to move past that one. It was perfect for us though. Absolutely perfect. There was like a tub in the basement. It had 3 bathtubs in it. And there was like a tub in the basement where I could have bathed my dogs. There was a little area where the dogs could have been kept, where they would have had access to the backyard and everything. It was perfect. But I'm still looking for my perfect home because somebody bought it. Somebody wanted that house just as bad as I did. Yeah, you do need to wear something. The one thing that I protect is my third eye. As you can see, I keep this dot on my forehead, but there's also some jewelry that I'm going to buy, some third eye jewelry to keep over my third eye. So y'all will be seeing that very soon. It's going to be real pretty too. Mm-hmm. You probably did feel odd until you switch things around. But wearing protective jewelry is not just what it is, because for me, you have to do house protection. You have to do house protection. Even if you ain't hardly at home, you got to do your house protection. Especially if you on YouTube and some evil person gave out your address to a bunch of evil demons. Mm. With a hole on your third eye, that's not good. So I'm telling you, if you on here and you're a spiritualist, every spiritualist doesn't have to do that, but most of us have to, especially if we were orphans and our parents were complete idiots. When somebody thinks that your mama and your daddy don't care about you, they'll do anything in the world to you. It creates a lot of problems. But it doesn't have to be a problem. It'll probably take you 15 minutes, probably less than that, to consecrate a candle and light it daily. So I use fire as well as water for protection for me. You can also leave little water bowls like at your front door and back door. If you have animals, they're probably going to drink the water. So that's one of the reasons why I have not been doing that, to alleviate a lot of those emotions, because some people just like being miserable. You know, I had my mother attacking me today. Well, you know, mother, if you would have done the right thing, you wouldn't have to attack your daughter every day. Get right. Get some act right. Ooh, pickles. Y'all, I ordered some zesty garlic pickles.
Or
So
a pickles.
Mm-hmm. Okay, wait a minute. Where's my... Okay, I got it. So make sure you're doing that every day and you won't ever have any problems.
Daddy? No.
Now, like I said, if you're not removing those generational hexes, then protection is not going to do much for you. You got to make sure that you're removing them. You know, what's the point in, you know, and see, like I said, if you have a generational hex, hey, badass conjure, and if you're not public or in the public, like the fact that you're in the public is why you need to do that. So for me, because I'm in the public eye and I got people that's, you know, doing stuff to me on a daily basis, I protect my energy every day. Eventually they'll give up. Some of them won't give up because they don't have anything else. They don't have their own energy. And spirits will let you know when it's working, because as soon as I did that protection, in came the negative comments on my videos. Accusations, weirdness. And see, that's how you know that you done sent that energy back to them. Too bad. Deal with your own energy. Clean out your own closet. I just cleaned out my closet a couple of weeks ago. Clean your own stuff up. Just because you figure somebody's mama don't care about them does not mean that it's open season on that person. Because a lot of us have divine mothers. When you cleanse, can people be in the house? Yep, they can. Yeah, I cleansed every square foot of this house today. And, after that, you just want to make sure that you're doing. I have to sage every day, which sounds a bit extreme, but I have to do it because of my spiritual energy. I want to keep it guarded and protected, as well as my clients, because I have a lot of them. So if you're a client of mine, you're being protected every single day until the day that you know, well, not even when I die, which won't be for a very, very long time. Because, you got people out there that my very existence hurts them. It just hurts them, the fact that I exist at all, for their own weird reasons. The bowl probably needs to be on the inside of the house, Rochelle. But if you see fit, you can put it on the outside too. Probably a better choice if you have a cat walking around. I had to literally, y'all, my cat will, drink anything. And so I was leaving a bowl of water with camphor and salt under the bed. And I don't want my cat to ingest that because it'll kill her. So you're right, Pooh Bear. And you know what? I'll never change. That's the one thing that y'all can count on, is that I'll never change. Because when you change, when they are able to change your good, kind nature, that is when your heart is no longer protected. This is the reason why you got a lot of people with heart problems, because they're not understanding that when you close off your heart chakra and when you're doing evil stuff to people, it will create health problems. So even even if you're not in the public eye, I would suggest doing this, because there's negative energy around us at all times from confused people. And High Priestess Jamila, said years ago that negative energy creates cancer. And now science is actually backing me up. So I knew that years ago. And I know that a lot of people feel like your back is against the wall or that you can't make a difference. It's just as simple as doing protection every single day. Eventually, these energies will either go somewhere else. A lot of people say, well, why don't you just banish them? It's not my job to banish somebody else's negative energy unless you are a client. You have to be a client of mine for me to do that for you. And you have to be a real friend of mine. If you're a fake friend, false friend, I ain't going to do nothing to protect you. In fact, I'm going to let you keep learning them lessons all the time. you know? Exactly. I've been to many trying to remove whatever's destructive, but I always got full with all kinds of baths and drinks, which messed up my psychic abilities many times. Yeah, a lot of these people either they're just affected by ignorance, or either they just ain't no good. A true high priestess is going to protect all of their clients, even the ones that I've done work for 5 years ago. They still have protection, as well as my children, as well as people that. But see, the thing of it is that you can protect your men, but if your men are riddled with ignorance and stupidity, because of, especially with black women, because of this fake war between black men and black women. And a lot of them are just so stupid because, they have an obsession with straight hair, which is stupid because, not even is stupid. But I'll talk about that later. Y'all, I got to go, but I wanted to remind all of my peeps that you got to do your protection daily, and just make it a daily ritual. Danielle calling me.
Yeah.
Okay, baby.
See.
Okay, baby. All right, y'all. I've got to go. I love you guys. Oh yeah, my flash sale is actually officially over. But you know, It's funny how y'all. This is the reason why, and I'm not even gonna say that because a lot of times
Mom.
it can be manipulation. I'll come and talk to y'all about that later about how people can try to manipulate your value and your worth. All right, y'all. I'll see y'all later. Jacob is bugging me about something. Um, I'll see y'all a little bit later, okay? Because I'll be back with another reading a little bit later. Okay, so make sure that you click the bell notifier so that you can know when I'm going live. But to be honest with you, YouTube doesn't really send out the notifications like they're supposed to. And they do actually try to oppress our message. But like I told you, when I'm done with this hangout, I want y'all to refresh the page. Try to refresh it. It will show you about 146 views, which it's actually more than that. So if you have so many views that YouTube can't even calculate it, then they won't calculate it. And they're always trying to make it look like other people are popping, and you may be popping, but it's almost like the knowledge that I give has been so hidden for so long that they don't want other people to know that it's reaching the audience that it is. All right, you're welcome, you guys. Y'all enjoy y'all Sunday too, and I'll see y'all later. Love and light.